Welcome to the Ocean Race Summit Newport. It is wonderful to be back in the ocean state of Rhode Island. This is one of many in our series of Ocean Race Summits, thanks to 11th Hour Racing, who is one of the race's premier partners and the founding partner of the race's sustainability program. Today's summit is focused on sharing viable solutions for improving ocean health, energizing real ocean action, and fortifying commitments, both personally and collectively, that will ensure a more regenerative future for all of us.
Let us gather in deep connection to the land and the water. It is a sacred and reciprocal relationship. The land and water give life. In return, offer gratitude, care, and protection. This relationship is ancient and is still alive.
We understand the dangers posed by climate change. It's important that we continue to have events like the Ocean Race, which highlights sports while promoting the importance of preserving our environment and protecting our oceans.
And so today our job is to focus on what many consider to be a radical concept, the ocean's rights and how we might best support them. Of the many reasons why we must protect the sea, I urge you to consider this, that of the many things that we rely upon the sea for, today we must draw upon it for the clarity that it gives us here.
Our purpose is to motivate people to do the extraordinary to restore ocean health. That's a really tall order that needs international cooperation at a scale never seen before, with countries that not only sign up on acknowledging the problem, but committing to actions, sharing of data, scientific, governmental, and philanthropic resources.
The ocean state is a fitting place to call attention to the rights of the ocean. All of you appreciate the wonder of nature and the incalculable ways the ocean supports life on Earth. We all need to act in our respective spheres to break out of status quo defeatist thinking. The response we make to this urgent challenge makes a difference.
You know, water is everything that connects us. It's not only in the oceans, it's the rivers, it's the snow that's at the top of the mountains. It is the whole water, the whole life cycle of water is so important to us and our survival and our spirits.
Our life source comes from the ocean, our oxygen, our water, our food. It's a beautiful space that I love, that every single moment when I'm in there, I'm at home. It's the place where I found belonging. It's the place where I found my voice and how I advocate for the ocean space. So it is the ultimate definer of freedom.
Of course, I see the ocean as an entity. I see it as an entity. I see it as a race course. I see it as, as Richard alluded to, 70% of our Earth's surface. And the fact that it is, neglected in a lot of ways for the amount of power that it has and what it brings us.
I hope that having gone through this, being part of this whole community of sport, of ocean, of activism, I hope you feel empowered to make change.
Like Rhode Island, I think we all have a chance to be small but mighty, and I think we have the opportunity to exercise a little leadership and really push these big changes that we're talking about.
I am encouraged by the emerging pathway of recognizing the ocean as a living entity with inherent rights. Ocean rights is a holistic approach that helps us shift our relationship with the ocean. So rather than just using resources or claiming ownership, we start to see the ocean as an interconnected ecosystem of our planet that we rely on and that we care for.
How to validate these rights and why we use the ocean and the value that we gain from it. Technology can also automate enforcement as well.
The first step for all scientists is to acknowledge their practice and protocol and look at the ocean as something with its own entity. Because without that, then, our connection between science and nature that society has always viewed as so critical to move forward with a lot of these initiatives, they aren't living up to their names and they aren't carrying out that moral and ethic responsibility that we have.
There's a lot to work with here, but it won't work on its own. We need to keep the pressure on for countries to perform environmental impact assessments, propose and designate marine protected areas, and actually work themselves to do this coordination between institutions.
As stewards of the ocean, we have a responsibility to protect it and to pay back all the services that it gives us.
One thing we do know, the study of the ocean is the study of climate. At Woods Hole, we're all in, all 1,500 of us, trying to understand the role that the ocean plays in Earth's climate system.
Climate change is not a problem for future generations. It's our defining challenge today.
Wherever you come from, whatever your occupation, you could be part of the change toward a world that works in harmony with the natural world on land and in the ocean, eliminating waste and protecting the finite resources of the planet. So what we're doing here together is making a difference in less than a decade. And we can say there's a lot more to do, of course there is, but together we have actually changed the conversation.
We need a renewed global ethical framework for the relation between humankind and the ocean, which recognizes the inherent rights of the ocean, a universal declaration of ocean rights. It is essential that we develop a deeper connection with the land and water that surrounds us, that we are part of, and acknowledge these ecosystems with reverence and wonder, understanding the importance of a reciprocal relationship like many Indigenous communities do.
Let's actively envision our future together, the future that we want, the future that we need, where we're in harmony with nature. It's only going to happen if we use our brilliant minds to create that vision and to actively pursue it.